right, it's time for another morning show. Welcome in. BigBrainUniversity.com for those who don't know. All right, what kind of magic do I know? I just thought this might be a good subject to talk about. So I talk a lot about synchronicity and sort of like references to it, being for a higher purpose. You can go out there and find tons of information about types of magic and witchcraft and this and that, and chaos magic and sex magic and blood magic and all sorts of shit, all types of shit. So if someone were to come across this channel, hear me talking about the things in the way I do, and did a deep dive, if they read the book that I wrote, a lot of their questions would be answered, but they might have some speculations or things to say, like they could try to say that the author I wrote about my book, that I would, some of the books that I read, such as Robert Anton Wilson, like, oh, those books just brainwashed you and initiated you into occult ritualism and this and that type of thing. I mean, I understand how those arguments can be made, because I don't really trust other people, as well. I'm skeptical. But what you will find, and what I would say is the type of magic that I know, is truth magic. I came upon a lot of information, a lot of different types of information on my quest, on my journey of seeking. But if you go read my book and you listen to all the stuff I've ever said, one thing you will always find, that common pattern, common thread, is seeking truth, and that pure truth and purity. Two main factors in all the decisions that I was making, in all of the information, like, okay, is this truth, is this pure? Does something like chaos magic sound pure? Not really. Ritual magic? Not really. Blood magic? No. Sex magic? Not really. There might be some fringe areas on that one if you're using for healing purposes, but again, that's like having a power and needing to use it responsibly. Like knowing there's magic in the world and using it responsibly. That's how I always approached it. I didn't approach it like, oh, I'm looking to become a magician, magical wizard man. No, I didn't seek it like that at all. I just wanted to know, hey, what the fuck is going on here? Seems like there's a bit of a trickery thing going on. Bit of a mass delusion thing. Bit of a hypnosis via mass hypnosis via psychosis, or whatever the fuck it's called. Hypnosis via mass hypnosis. Psychosis. That's it. Psychosis via mass hypnosis. That's it. That's what I used to say. Psychosis, mass hypnosis. Everybody's fucking in it. But you can just go on YouTube. YouTube is pushing channels now. It's hit the algorithm, like how millennials were brainwashed. Like, you hear these channels out there who cover subjects like Tartaria and alternative history, a total alternative reality and explanation to the one that we've been taught in our public indoctrination system. So as someone who's experienced a journey myself, and I've gone through the information on the internet, I can relate with both types of people. Maybe somebody just experienced and didn't go through all the information on the internet. The most common one is that somebody doesn't experience and they went through all the information on the internet. Well, whatever they end up in their belief system, I just figured if anybody was curious, my perspective on the whole thing, like what I do, I don't do rituals and shit like that. I don't do any of those things. I don't have like talisman and swords and shit like that to like ward off evil spirits. I figured that, okay, if I need, when it really comes down to it, my mind is the susceptible thing. So if I arm my mind with pure truth magic type shit, with just, I didn't never refer to it as magic. Magical things happened. You know, magical type of synchronicity occurs as a result of this, like, of the two tenets of purity and truth. And then the third thing involved there is like, you. How do you entwine with purity and truth? So if you can entwine, you can experience the pure truth magic type of thing. The pure truth magic experience. Oh, it's like the Jimi Hendrix experience, but it's like the pure truth magic experience. That's like a decent band name or something like that. Pure Truth Magic? It's not bad. It's not bad. I might have to use that somewhere. Huh. Interesting. My experience has been with those, that's all I've ever needed. You know, I don't have like nightmares and shit. I have some interesting dreams from time to time, but I don't feel cursed or hexed or anything like that. I'm pretty sure I can point to all of my sufferings, my unnecessary sufferings, right? Rather than just like being oppressed by being alive in this society, by the nature of this society. None of, you know, all of the things that I suffer from are all my own fault. Like my posture not being good, you know, not stretching for years. You know, letting a stiffness in my neck problem build up and just putting it off and putting it off. Well, that's not entirely true. I did try with like a lot of chiropractors and shit like that, but man, I think they honestly made it worse. I think they delayed the whole healing process. Because all I ever needed was a little stretching. Some people even point to like yoga. Yoga mat is like a portal for demons to enter your body. It's like, well, holy fucking shit. I can't even stretch now without like like can I breathe, y'all, without there being like negative spirits trying to fuck with me? Or is it just like by nature that we're always just, you know what I mean? Like you get into this conversation with these people and it's like, okay, you have this to defend yourself from this and this and that, and there might be some actual legitimacy to some of these things. But when it comes down to it, it's like, what are you really, do I need to, you know, how do I have each breath I take be filled with purity instead of inhaling negative spirits, right? In with the good, out with the bad. Like, you guys get what I'm saying? Like, it would be your mind. It would be your thoughts that would really have more dictation over the matter. I think what people use like talismans and ornaments and swords and stuff like that for are like the same thing as like the beads on a mala, like just your, or routine, or like Kev said, breathing exercises when you get anxious and shit like that. Like, no, observe my being, override that state with how I want to be feeling, right? Your mind is your best, if you can feel yourself being attacked or whatever or influenced by negative things, then correct your thoughts. I don't understand how that isn't, to correct the situation, your mind would go to a sword, and you'd think about your sword, and you would find courage and strength to do that. So then your thoughts would be filled with those things. Like, that's really all those things are doing. So why can't I just have a sword in my mind? How about I have a biggest fucking sword compared to anybody in my mind? Are you gonna come after me? I'm gonna fucking impale you from the point you even think you're gonna attack me. The sword's going through your fucking soul, right? Because we're all connected in consciousness. I just fucking impale you now. Stop your bad thought now before I remove this holy flame. Like, the mind is the sharpest weapon, the best thing that you can have against it. I don't understand how having a cross on your neck helps you in any fucking way. Or having a crystal in your bedroom. Or pure silver. There might be things that we don't know about in regards to, like, but still, what I'm saying is, what if you don't have these things? We're not necessarily talking about, like, a werewolf physically coming to devour you, and you need a silver bullet or a silver stake to drive in its heart. Like, how fucking often does that situation happen in this society? Maybe it was a thing of the past. Maybe they're underground. Maybe they went to a different dimension through some fucking portal. Who knows what's really going on here? The movie Tron Ares, that whole thing is like computer programs, like, awakening themselves and then traveling through a portal into a different reality. Right? It's not that far off of a concept. Where are they getting these fucking ideas from? They're just so creative, right? They're so creative, and that's why it's entertaining, yeah. They're not just using real, like, schemas of real things, metaphors of real things. They're not doing that at all. So, I just always felt like, what other types of magic is there even worth pursuing and actually knowing? Like, I'm sure you could go somewhere and find somebody on the internet that has a book on some kind of magic. Look on Amazon. It's shouldn't be too tough to find from the sounds of it. And I still have yet to really find practical use in doing some stupid shit. Like, from what I hear, a lot of those types of magics, like, you need to bind yourself, and like, I'm in service of some fucking retarded shit. It's like, why would I ever do that? That totally defeats the purpose of, like, having sanity and shit, of, like, domain over your own mind, of your own thoughts. Like, I'd rather be bored than fucking tormented because I tried to do some ritual blood magic to make some fucking girl like me or something like that, right? Like, just weird, whatever these fucking people ask for and want in life, that they break down and try to do these things. It's been one of the most commonly pushed ideas on us, of especially women, like, having them go do witchcraft and shit. Like, some of the most popular movies were like The Craft. I mean, it's just, what did they push on every high school that had a one-act play or drama club? It was always the Salem witch trials, whatever, the Crucible. Always, like, you always had to read that book. And what is it about? It's like about pedophilia. So what happens in the school is some girl has to choose to be the role of the girl who had underage relations with some guy who's going to play a role of that guy in the thing. And it's like, what the fuck kind of perverted ass fucking shit are you guys acting out that we all have to sit here and fucking think about? Like, just the fact that, oh, she claimed to be a witch. Like, that's not even the main storyline. The main storyline is the pedophilia. So it's like, what the fuck are they doing in these schools? What kind of magic is being pushed in these schools where the parents and the whole society just, they're like, yeah, they're exercising their creative juices. These teachers are really self-aware of what's really happening here. Like, you should feel fucking uncomfortable in that situation, not entertained. You should be like, this is not something that we should have our youth reenacting. And then being celebrated for it. Like, oh, you did such a great job when you played a pedophile. Huh? What the fuck, people? That's why it's like, oh my God, psychosis, mass hypnosis. Like, what would I want to rely on? I would rather just know the truth. Like, is this society fucked up? I would love to have a magic ability to, like, be able to, like, somehow get the truth delivered through a sign of, like, through a synchronistic events. Where it was like, you're like, oh man, that, no way things could have aligned just like that without there being some sort of higher intervention to deliver that message to that the answer to that question. And I think that through, especially the episodes that we have on BigBrainUniversity.com, the lessons, Kevin and I, we captured that lightning in a bottle. Like, we caught it happening. Pure truth magic in action. I mean, what do you... That should go on a fucking t-shirt. Pure truth magic in action. It's a good idea. It really does sum up what was happening. So yeah, I'm getting to construction, and I could talk about this for a long time, but I'm probably gonna, if it's too long, people won't even click on it or listen to the end. You know how it is these days. Short attention spans. We gotta cater to the short attention spans here to get the message through, which is, what's the message today? Oh yeah, pure truth magic in action. I love it. It's fresh off the press. All right, yo. Catch you later.